Her name is Pachari Kunchom. She is going to present her oral presentation on the topic of the development of basic English writing skill through cooperative learning of student grade 12 Muang Phayala School. She is already there and ready to present her oral presentation.
Test. On behalf of Muang Phayala Vitaya School, I would like to welcome all of you today. For those of you who don't already know me, I am Pachari Kunchom. I am an English teacher from Muang Phayala Vitaya School. And before I start, I would like to share a quick story about the importance of English. In the 21st century, language plays an important role as a communicative tool. It appears in many forms and various forms like television, books, advertisements, movies, and as well as in the internet. So, learning English is beneficial for communication, education, and professional occupations, which can connect the world to be the one. I would like to take this opportunity to talk about my research, and today I will be covering these 4 topics, as you can see in the presentation. And if you have any comments, please don't hesitate to ask me to give me at the end of my presentation. I will be happy to hear it. Okay, for the rationale and background, during COVID-19 pandemic, do you know all of school in Thailand, we have to learn in online platform. So they have learning loss. I mean, students in Muang Phayala Vitaya School have learning loss because of online learning, because the teacher cannot monitor them, even facilitate them as usual when they learn in the classroom. So the most of them lack of potential in 4 skill in English, especially writing skill. They have to be prepared for their further studies. And the population was grade 12 students at Muang Phayala Vitaya School in academic year 2022, semester 2. There are 7 classes and totally 261 students. And the target group is grade 12 in the classroom 6/5, 28 people at Muang Phayala Vitaya School who is studying basic English in academic year 2022 in semester 2, selected by purposive sampling techniques. Next, please. And I will talk about the methodology. Next, please. It is about the research variables. Independent variables is student writing skill, and dependent variable is teaching English writing through cooperative learning. Next, please. This research will be designed as a pre-experimental research in a form of one-shot case study designed to focus on studying about dependent variable, which dependent variable is students' writing proficiency through cooperative learning. The figure illustrates the pattern of the one-shot case study where X means teaching through cooperative learning and O means student writing proficiency. And research instrument consists of 9th lesson plan, unit 5, 6, 7, 8 in New Frontier 6 textbook. And teachers writing example, the criteria for writing evaluation, proofreading marks, also called proofreaders marks, are a symbol and notation for correcting typeset pages. And American Council on Teaching Foreign Language, or ACTFL. ACTFL is an organization aiming to improve and expand the teaching, learning of all languages at all levels of instruction. And about the data analysis, as you can see on the presentation, the researchers used mean, score, and percentage. For the result, according to the chart starts with 75% of writing score in the topic global issue in unit 5, and it reached to the top of the chart with 90% in the topic my profile. Then it sharply dropped to 79.55% in the topic later for job application, and finally it steadily decreased to 76.95% in the last topic, Tomorrowland. Next, please. So the last one, we will talk about the conclusion. As a result that you can see in the last presentation, we can see that all students got over 70% of total score in every topic, and it means they have developed their writing skill by learning through cooperative learning. Students have developed their writing level from novice mid to intermediate mid according to the American Council on the Teaching Foreign Language. As you can see in the red line, the bottom line is novice mid, and they improved their writing skill to intermediate mid to the upper line. So I will give you more detail about novice mid. Novice mid is writer in novice mid sub-level can reproduce from memory a modest number of words and phrases and context. They supply limited information on simple forms and documents and other basic biographical information such as names, numbers, and nationality. And next is about the intermediate mid. Writers at intermediate mid sub-level are able to meet a number of practical writing needs. They can write short, simple communications, compositions, and requests for information in loosely connected text about personal preferences, daily routines, common events, and other personal topics. And about the recommendation, I will give these three important things about the recommendation for the further study. The first one is the researcher should set the situation or content in writing that is around them. It can make the student can write easier and clearer. The second, the writing activity should start from the easiest, like my profile, and to the most difficult level in order to make the difference to be able to write without any concerning the grammar. And the last one is during working in group, there are some students who are shy and their ideas to their teammates. So the teacher should monitor them closely and facilitate them appropriately. In addition, the teacher should motivate and encourage them to join the classroom activities and share the ideas with their groups. And that's all of my presentation. Any comments?
So how the cooperative learning helps students to enhance their writing skill?
Yeah.
How?
Because of cooperative learning, we have students like a peer study. They have the chance to share their idea with their teammates and all their classmates. Like they work in their home group, and then they go to expert group to share idea, and back to their home group to share the idea. And they will like consolidation all their knowledge they got from expert group to share their home group. And that's the way they got better in writing skill.
I just say that they just improve their idea, but how to improve their writing skill? Because of just talk to the other people is not improving the writing skill.
The first step, the teacher will let them write without concerning about grammar, and then they will share the idea. I mean, the writing in the other group, and the other group will edit their writing by using proofreader marks. Proofreading marks, and they will give the comments, give feedback, and then they edit writing for the second time. Then they go back to the expert group and edit again. In that time, if they're not sure, they can ask the teacher if they want, because the teacher will be the facilitator for them at any time, anywhere. We can see they're improving from the step of their writing after editing.
How to classify the group type of the student, because you said they have an expert, they have a level of the student, right?
Post-test, I give, no, it's not the kind of post-it. I just let them write about themselves before learning, and I will classify them about the total sentence, the the sentence that they write, like 10 sentences in the graph, in the paragraph, or 3 sentences, and the vocabulary they use in that paragraph.
ครับคุณมาครับ I agree with what you had to say. Your introduction about students level during COVID. I think students, crew, Ajahn, everybody went down a little bit because of COVID.
Excellent ปรบมือด้วยให้ดังๆด้วยให้ excellent แล้วได้ excellent
Thank you very much.